Well, we just got done going through Dorney Haunt 2022, and there was a couple new things here. Not a whole lot. First of all, though, they did kick up the scare factor some. They're not playing the Neil Diamond music here this year. We gotta get rid of them. They got the scary music. Seems a lot darker. The theming is right. What do you think, Liam?
Yeah, I agree. It's a lot scarier this year than last year.
One other thing too that I noticed is they had a couple Christmas display, like little photo ops set up that weren't here before, like Krampus. They were interesting. They did add one new fright zone, which is just an area walkthrough called Dystopia, which is sort of like a Mad Max world. They got shipping containers. I don't know. It's neon. Honestly, I wasn't that impressed with it. There wasn't that much going on. A couple guys, I mean, one guy with a big saw coming after people, like a saw on his arm. I don't know, some smoke machines, that's about it. They had gotten rid of the steampunk zone that was at the front of the park, so that's not there. One thing at the entrance and throughout the park, they added a lot of really tall skeleton guys as part of the theming. They moved a couple things around. They moved the big Jack-in-the-Box from where he was, which sort of became the Dystopia area, to up on a hill near Carnival. Carnival's pretty much the same. They did change Cornstalkers, and they made that stop and chop, roadside stop and chop. Still walking through a corn maze. However, they did add some new areas there, like some new animatronics. This one where a guy rips off his face. It's pretty interesting. They got rid of the outhouse scene where the guy was peeing. They did change the inside house around. It's more like a farmer shop where they just got a lot of body parts in there now. And then also throughout the walkthrough, they have like little areas where they're like selling body parts. I mean, it was decent, but I mean, I don't think it was really better than Cornstalkers. Blackout's the same. It's still my least favorite. Blackout, it's just, you know, lights off, maze, people screaming for no reason. I give that one like a 1 out of 10. There's no effort there, right? I mean, what do you think of that?
Yeah, the only really prop is at the beginning they have like a candy shelf thing. But other than that, the light goes off in there, and then the rest of it is just completely dark.
Yeah, and that candy display had always been there. It's like not even new. I mean, it's just terrible. The shop, the stop and chop, I mean, I'd give that a 7. I mean, it's your typical corn maze with the hillbilly still. So I don't know. What did you think of that new one?
Yeah, I agree. I think a 7 is a good score for that. Very similar to Cornstalkers with corn and stuff like that. Just a couple new effects.
Enigma is still pretty much the same with the laser lights and a lot of strobe lights in there. I don't really think that changed at all. Necropolis, pretty much the same. You know, walking through a graveyard. I don't know. I didn't notice anything different there. Trick or Treat, still pretty much the same. You know, some witches in there. Not a whole lot going on. Blood on the Bayou, still the same as it was last year. I mean, it's a decent walkthrough. Our favorite is still Tourist Trap, although they did sort of play down the Holden name. Now they're using a name Harrison. They're not really using the name of the serial killer that killed all those people, and maybe people complained about them using the actual Holden name from that Columbian exposition. So now, but you still see it on some of the signs, but they have narration now playing in the queue line where they've changed it. Dr. Harrison. So, but I mean, there's still the most going on in that. It's got most animatronics, you know, things popping down. There's the most scenery in there. The outside of it isn't all that elaborate, but the inside, I mean, I would give that one a good 8.5. What do you give that?
9, probably the best one.
9, 8.5, yeah. I'd say it's definitely the highlight of the park. Also, the show, the opening show in the main theater, Room of Nightmares, I believe it's called, they changed that up. Now they got some dancers with drums. It was a pretty decent show. Skeleton Crew is down by the port of call, by the the big pirate ship, and that show is pretty much the same with the skeletons jumping on the trampolines and whatnot. And they still have the dueling organs. What do they call that?
Cooling organs.
Cooling organs.
Which is playing right now.
Yeah, we hear it over there now. That show is pretty good, but it's the same as it was before. But overall, it's a good experience here. I would give the whole thing a solid 8 out of 10. The experience here, they made it creepy again, and I still recommend coming. What do you think overall?
I would say a 7 out of 10. I think one thing that they really scaled back on that they used to have before COVID that never came back is the seasonal foods. They used to have all types of different stuff all over the park, and now there's only one truck that sells like s'mores and apple cider and stuff.
Yeah, they used to have some really good apple dumplings here with vanilla ice cream. But yeah, they still didn't bring any of that stuff back. And yeah, I agree. They should bring some of that back. It's definitely money to be made. The Rita's doesn't even have pumpkin water ice, which is a shame. But all right, that's it for Dorney 2022. We'll have to see how things change next season. We'll see you then.